Well, tomorrow, August 18th at 4 p.m, that's the deadline Malaysia's king has set for 220 MPs to declare their choice for the next Prime Minister. Now, this comes as the king summoned all the major party leaders to the palace a short while ago.
And according to sources with knowledge of the discussions, if the king takes this unique step of meeting all major players at once, it would be to cajole them to set aside their differences and back a compromise candidate in a unity government. A veteran palace watcher said the king may insist the MPs work together to form a wartime cabinet.
Here with the latest is our Malaysia Bureau Chief, Shannon Teo. Shannon, how different is the king approaching the process of naming a new PM compared with how he appointed Mr. Muhyiddin about 18 months ago?
Well, not too different. He is still going to poll every single MP to see who they think should be the Prime Minister. Now, of course, 18 months ago, every single MP was invited to the palace to sign a declaration in front of the king. This time, because of COVID-19, that's not going to happen. He's not going to have 220 people trot in and out of the palace. Instead, he's kind of delegated the duty to the Speaker of Parliament and told the parliamentary speaker to tell all the MPs, write in to me with an official letter detailing who you are, who you pick, so on and so forth, right? There are a whole bunch of formalities involved here. So he's going about things roughly in the same way. What's different this time is that, he's met with political party leaders this afternoon, all at the same time at about 2 p.m. He's invited all the major party leaders and there was some kind of briefing. We understand that the king has spoken to the political party leaders, trying to encourage them to, opposition leader Anwar Ibrahim just came out saying that the king wants us to do away with the old politics to create a new political landscape. We're not sure exactly what that means. There's a lot to unpack here. But I kind of jive with what we've been reporting, that the king does want them to come and unite, that the country is, in the midst of its deadliest COVID-19 wave, and you should put aside your political differences, your different ideologies. There's a lot of red lines in Malaysian politics. I won't work with party A, I won't work with party B. But it's calling on them to put all that aside because right now, no one has a majority.
Exactly. So with that in mind, Shannon, that nobody has the majority for a PM candidate, that leaves the king to appoint a new government. So aside from majority support, what other criteria does the king have to consider?
Legally speaking, the king cannot consider anything else except majority. He may not like you or you may be a terrible person, but if you come to him and you can prove your majority, he has to appoint you. That's his problem now. That's where he is in a bit of a bind. No single MP is coming to him and saying, I clearly have at least 111 out of the 120, out of the 220 MPs in Parliament right now. So what does the king do in such a situation? We have a Prime Minister who's resigned because he doesn't have a majority. We don't have someone else who has a majority. So it appears that what he's trying to do today is try to cajole the politicians. Please present me a majority. There's nothing else I can do here. If not, we would have to go to an election in 60 days. And, I don't think Malaysia's COVID numbers, today we reported another 19,000 odd cases. It's been 200 deaths or so a day this whole past week or even the past 2 weeks. So it's probably not the right time to hold an election and the king wants to avoid that. So he's beseeching on the MPs, the politicians, come together, work on a solution and you can fight it out, you can duke it out at the election later on.